Hey, all you Disney nerds, fanatics, and dreamers out there. George here, your Disney family man. I thought today that I would discuss with you something personal to me that I got to experience on my Disneyland trip that I recently took for the D23 Expo. And I'll just, rather than tell you, I think I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a Disney Premier Passport, folks. And there's the Florida and California. And for all of you who don't know, a Disney Premier Passport is an annual pass that allows you to enter both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. They do have separate annual passes for both resorts, but I went for the big granddaddy of them all, and I got the Premier Passport while I was out in California. And I thought I'd discuss what this means to me and everything that I am planning on doing with it. Well, this is actually the first time that I'm officially an annual pass holder. I was never a pass holder for Walt Disney World or Disneyland. And to actually jump from nothing to a Premier Passport, the second it was in my hands, I felt the magic. I felt the power. And it felt like really I can just come and go as I please and do whatever I want, whenever I want it. And I could really pace myself and not have the feeling of rushing all the time. Because a lot of the times when anyone goes into a Disney park, they feel, I have to get my money's worth. So I'm going to go on all the rides, all the attractions, see all the shows, do everything I can. Where with a annual pass, you still can, strategically work your way through the park, but you can do it at a much relaxed pace to know that you can go in anytime, day or night. It's not just based off of you could park hop. That's the other beauty part of the Premier Passport, is you could just come and go as you please. You can go in for a couple hours and then walk around downtown Disney if you're at Disneyland, or go to Disney Springs or resort hop at Walt Disney World. So, for me, the Premier Passport is, sorry, I know it's probably kind of glaring, but the Premier Passport for me is, as I said, when I was at Disneyland, usually with Disneyland, because I don't go out that often to Disneyland because I'm an East Coaster, so I usually do one, maybe if I'm lucky, 2 trips a year at Disneyland, and I usually only go for 3 or 4 days max. And you're probably wondering, well, why did I get a Premier Passport? If I'm only going, well, this will allow me to make more trips to Disneyland because I don't have to worry about purchasing tickets every single time I go out there. I already have my ticket. So, excuse me. So I thought that, doing this, it'll give me the opportunity to, broaden my horizon to go to Disneyland more often. So the trip that I did to the D23 Expo, I ended up spending 12 days at California. That's the longest I've ever been on a Disney trip for Disneyland. As I said, I've only done 3 or 4 days max. And I was out there for 12 days. And lots of people asked me, how did I stay current? Was I bored? And it was to the notion of that, no, I wasn't bored. I know Disneyland is much smaller than Walt Disney World, but I still enjoyed myself because I got to see a side of Disneyland that I never had seen before. Not just because of the length of stay, but because of what I was able to do with that length of stay because I became an annual passport holder. And for 12 days, I lived like a California local, a resident, so to speak, of the state. That's what locals do. They go on the weekends, they go in the evenings, maybe after work, walk around the park, do some shopping, dining, and then they go home, But I took this as a trip, but lived the life as a typical California local. And as I said, I went into the parks, and I literally, for the first time ever, I sat down on a bench at Disneyland. And for about an hour and a half, I just sat and watched people. I watched them walk, have fun, got to absorb in the sights, the sounds, the smells, of which I do already know all that stuff of Disney, but I really got to appreciate it more, to just relax and talk to people. Actually, sit down on a bench and have a decent, civilized conversation at Disneyland in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle, and had a conversation with people that I actually had the time and made the time for, because I wasn't pressured to go and hurry up and rush, tension, tension, tension. So, yeah, I mean, that was, and then I have a trip, which I am leaving in 2 days. That's right, folks, 2 days. I am going to be at Walt Disney World, so if you see me, come say hi. Don't be shy. Again, I love talking with people, and I love talking Disney with people. It's one of my guilty pleasures. So I'm going to be down there for 10 days. I'm staying with family, and I'm also going to be going back and forth to the resort. And now I will get to see how the Premier Passport will reflect my outlook on Walt Disney World, because now this is going to be my first time at Walt Disney World with the Premier Passport. But let me know what you think. Comment below on what you think of the Premier Passport. Have you ever had one? Are you considering having one? If you would prefer not to, join in the conversation. As I said, I love talking Disney, so any answer is not a wrong answer. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm ecstatic of going, that I had the opportunity to do Disneyland and Disney World, not only in the same year, but within, I'd say, a month apart, because I felt like I just got back from California, and I'm going to Florida. So, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. And again, like with everything that I've done, I got to experience taking the time at eating at different places at Disneyland. I do know that I have reservations at Walt Disney World, because I'm staying with also a couple friends that I'm part of the Grand Circle Tour podcast. Please come check us out on Twitter at the Grand Circle Tour podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and you can follow us on Facebook as well. So anyway, I'm staying with a couple of my co-hosts, and we have reservations at Yak and Yetis, which I absolutely love, at the Magic Kingdom. I'm sorry, not Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. Yak and Yetis at Asia. It has it's an Asian inspired cuisine, but it's sort of somewhat modernized. Excuse me. It's modernized with a little bit of American flair, but it has the Asian quality, which is absolutely fantastic. And then we're going to Trader Sam's and everything. But you know what? I'm going to save that for another vlog, because when I get back, as I said, I'm going to do a whole trip report, and I'm going to do some vlogs on location down there, so you'll get to experience it all. So, so that will do it for today. This one was just about the Premier Passport, me just talking about, my thoughts on it. But I want to hear from you, most definitely. Comment below. As I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more Disney content, and I can't wait to hear and maybe see some of you in the near future. So, until then, and remember, it's never a good day unless it's a Disney day. Bye!